Let me check my mic settings. Yep, of course. Okay, there we go. It's Thursday, and we haven't streamed in a while because I mean, honestly, I just haven't felt like streaming. But that doesn't mean we haven't been working on stuff off stream. And tonight is Skyhaven, and they're going to get their airship tonight, so we need to dig into a shitload of custom homebrew stuff. We have a soft start at 7:30, a hard start at 8 o'clock, so we've got 90-ish minutes to do, honestly, maybe 6 weeks worth of prep. Yay! So let's just jump in and do it. All right. So I got these airship rules right here. We're gonna revisit these airship rules in a minute. I do want to put a little note here on the airship rules. They're gonna say this document uses tabs, and then these 3 arrows. I don't know how long we're gonna have to do this, where we put that stuff in, but like, yeah. Here we go. All right. Hopefully people will be like, yeah, I know what tabs are, but if they don't, maybe this will make them wonder, like, where's the rest of the document? It's in the tabs. Because I have been getting some people that are saying, like, I don't know where stuff is. The document's incomplete. It is incomplete because it's in the tabs, because it's easier to navigate when you don't have to scroll up and down through 500 pages or something. If you are, I guess, interested in seeing this document, I'll post a link into chat. It is still very rough, very, very rough, which is unfortunate because we're going to try to run an airship encounter tonight. So we probably need to get that finished. But the first thing we're going to look at is the airship itself. So here we are in the world, in the scene, and I've gone through and I've done a lot of cleaning up. It might not seem like it, but I've done a lot of cleaning up in this world. So we got the 6 party members, which is a lot of party members. Just to remind everybody, don't ever run a group of 6 players in Pathfinder. Don't do that. Don't do that. Then we've got this folder here called Player Actors, and in the Player Actors we have their companions, the ones that they've recruited, and then the ones that they haven't recruited yet. So we should probably put a folder in here called like Active B Team. That might be good. And then we could move the ones that are on the Active B Team in there. So let's see. Currently, I mean, she's still an escort NPC, but we'll put her in there just to practice. Just to practice. And then you. There we go. Put you in there. Cool. Okay. And these are characters they haven't met yet that, well, they have met or they haven't met. But they're scripted. They're scripted characters. Or characters that they have forced me to make into companion characters. I never found the macro I was looking for that automatically turns somebody into a friendo, and the one I wrote doesn't work, so shrug. Let's see, got a Pokemon folder, got the Cube Guardian in the Pokemon folder. Everybody should be aligned to the party now, but oh. And all you do in Pathfinder is you have to go up here to this weird little gear next to the X out button, and then that's where you do it. It's in a completely different spot than 5e. Alright, and then we got Utility, B Team Manager. Might as well put B Team Manager in the B Team folder. So what we're going to do is we're just going to say that the B Team Manager is a mindless construct minion, and it is tiny. Then if we ever need to drag it out onto the map, we can. Hey, what the fuck? Alright, hold on. And party. Let's see. Boop, boop. Boop. Hovered by anybody. appearance. It shouldn't lock, right? It should be the size that it is according to. Oh yeah, that's tiny. Okay. And then, we want them to be able to. Well, we don't want to be able to see out of it. So let's see. Visions turn off. That's good. Alrighty. Oh, we should add that extra shelf. That extra shelf piece. Alright, so we're gonna flip this, and then where did I put that? Let's see. Alright, go in here. It might be in the Kingmaker folder, because I think I tested it on Kingmaker first. So hopefully I'm not giving away too many spoilers going in here. There it is. Cool. I basically just wanted like an extension for the map. There we go. Move that back. Move that back. There we go. So now we got some extra space. We could spread out a little bit. So we'll put this B team thing up here. I'll move all their B team guys up there. There we go. And then the party could be like here. Dang, Cloud fucking big. There we go. And then this is the party's little blimp. Okay. Little Oscar up there. Alright. People that they have recruited. So we'll put. And then just people they've run into. Alright. And then the cube. There. Yeah, that's good. That cleaned things up a little bit. Okay, now we're going to go over to... I have all these copies of this map, so we're going to have to sort this out. Let's go to Scene. Alright, Scene has this test turtle. I'm okay with getting rid of the test turtle. Yeah, delete it. Alright, then it's got the gear smoke from 2025. I'm going to get rid of that. I'm not going to show it to you. Alright. Now we have this thing called Airship Template. It'd be really great if that was for real. Ooh, it does look like it's for real. And it's on a big square fucking map. Alright, that's good. That's good. Alright, so Airship Template. Okay, then we've got Airship Prefab. Now, Airship Prefab is not the same as Airship Template. Airship Template is the good one. This is like the Frankenstein's lab where we put all this shit together. I'm gonna actually call this Airship Build Scene. So this is where airship parts. That's where we're gonna store them before we're doing that. All right. So then we got Airship Fly Casual. All right. So this is our lovely airship with people on it, and it's flying through the world. For some reason, its little guy doesn't animate on its own, which is really annoying. It's got this little lamp on the front. I thought it'd be kind of cool, but it's mostly annoying. So I'm gonna turn that off. I can't edit this without toggling this, which is a real pain in the ass. Not particularly happy about that. So everything is controlled, not everything, but most of it is controlled by this actor called Airship PC Sloop. And Airship PC Sloop, if I were to move it, I'm not going to. You have to believe me. If I move it, it'll move like the majority of the airship. Now, something that Dom and I could not figure out, despite all of our time spent trying to figure this shit out, was how to get the regions to also move around with the ship. And I guess that's just at a level that me and Dom are not at, because we could not figure that shit out. So Bailey Wiki remains a goddamn level 20 wizard. We have no idea how he does it. It is what it is, right? It is what it is. So there's a few things going on in this scene. The idea here is we got Fly Casual. Now, I want to take Fly Casual and I want to turn Fly Casual into Fly Stormy, Fly Firestormy, right? Like, so that we just do it over and over again. I don't care about getting... Hold on. Do I need to turn the music down? Probably not. I don't know. So, the... I don't care about moving the airship around. I don't want to move the airship around, truthfully. I want the world to move around the airship. That's how we do it in our other games throughout the last 6 years of doing VTT games. And that's how we're going to keep doing it for peace of mind. So basically, you're only going to go to this map with another ship when you're within the distance to board the ship, or if it's like a kaiju, it's like attacking the ship. Otherwise, you're going to be on a different map, a map that maybe we haven't made yet, but you know, we're gonna do that. It's part of our 90 minutes of two or 3 weeks of prep, 6 weeks of prep in one go. I don't know why I've had such a mental block for this campaign. I love this campaign and I want to work on this campaign. It's just so much other stuff has been happening in my life, and I just haven't been able to give this campaign the attention that it deserves. I'm very disappointed. I'm very disappointed. All right, so these other things, these build ones, we can get rid of these. So I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of these extras. Gotta be very careful we don't delete any of the things that we actually want to keep. Okay. And then using airship template, I built the CD airship dock encounter around the ship. You see, everything is always going to be built around the ship is the idea. So let me go here, and since this is where the encounter is going to start tonight, so I'm going to save that. And then this is going to be a skill challenge that could turn into a fight. That's why everything is labeled. But it doesn't have to be a fight. I don't necessarily want it to be a fight. I kind of need it to be a fight because I don't have anything beyond this point in the campaign actually prepped. I have notes, but I don't have it like there's nowhere to go in the world. Like, if this was a phone game, it would be like, come back tomorrow and there'll be more content. Monster Hunter, right? Like, can't wait for that April update. It's gonna have new monster. Yeah. Until then, I don't know what to go play something else. So that's kind of the unfortunate situation we're at. So enough rambling about it. We're gonna fix it. So anyways, it looks beautiful. I'm really happy with how it looks. I'm really happy with how the airship functions. Good stuff. So we're going to go here and we're going to duplicate Fly Casual. Oh, it's raining hard outside. Okay. We're going to go in here and we're going to generate a thumbnail. We're going to generate a thumbnail for this. And I'm going to leave those other two alone, I think. I'm going to go into Fly Casual Copy, and I'm going to change it out to Airship Fly Stormy. Okay. And then in Airship Fly Stormy, we're just going to change the background out for the stormy skies. Should be real easy, I think. Let's see. What did I do to this one? Browse. Alright. We got Fire Sky, we got Starry Sky, we've got... What kind of storm is this? Purple Rain Cloud Seamless. Love that. We got Green Stormy Sky. We got Gray Stormy Sky. Let's go with this purple one. The purple one looked pretty cool. Alright. So we're going to select that and hit update. And I think that is like an overlay effects layer. So we have to go in here, change this one also. There we go. Doesn't look very stormy still. Alright, let's see. There we go. Alright, so right away, right, the vibe changes like on this map. That's pretty cool. We have rain that we could turn on in the scene. So if we go to effects here, rain. You can't really see it too well. There we go. Now, an interesting thing about this is you can set height on just about everything in levels, including regions and including drawings. For some reason, though, you can't get regions or drawings to have any amount of respect for ignore weather. So I'm using a drawing to ignore weather, but you can see that the weather is not hitting the deck at all. But that is so that when you're below decks, you don't see the rain like hitting it or whatever. Another thing we're going to do, we don't really need it to be a storm, but we could have it be a storm today. That'd be kind of cool. I just going to have it in case a random encounter comes up for storm. We're going to go to lighting, and we're going to make it darker. There we go. But not too dark, because there's no sun in so I don't know why it's darker, just because there's a storm. Magic, I guess. So we're gonna go to ambiance, and weather effect. We could have 2 layers of rain if we wanted to. Really, just fuck people's browser all up. Then we could do environmental lighting and huey, yeah. So you have to turn on hue intensity, and then you can kind of use a slider, I guess, to control it. This is a little weird. And then I kind of like that. Ooh. Okay. Give it some more shadows. Really make it seem kind of oppressive. Saturation up. Luminosity. There we go. So that right away gives it like a real rough look. Then we got this dark ambience or whatever, so we could like raise that up a bit. Turn this down also. Alright. So now it's like, dang, right? It's real dark. It's real rainy. Like, so right away, we take one scene. We didn't change anything else except like the background tile and some of the scene settings. We didn't even add lights. Like, we didn't even add lights. You know what I'm saying? And then we get this sort of look to it, which is very, very cool. Could throw some lightning in there. I try to avoid that because people, you know, flashing, flickering elements, blah, blah, blah. But you could throw some lightning effects like around the map too. If you're playing the lightning ambient music in the background, you should be okay. All right, so now we have Stormy. That's good. We're going to generate a new thumbnail. There we go. All right, so I'm going to go to Fly Cache, and we're going to go to Levels. All right, so starting at the bottom of the boat, this is below the boat. Then you got the hold of the boat. And everything that you see, all the little like Tetris blocks, those are all stairs and teleporters and ladders and stuff that connect to the different parts of the boat. We got walls, so that kind of controls where they can go and what they can see and everything. We go to below decks. All the lights are flashlights, so that they can be, well, light switches, so they can be turned on and off by the PCs, which is kind of fun. Then we go further up, and this part's really neat because if there's somebody below that grate, you can actually see them through the grate, which is pretty cool. Then it goes further up, and then this front part and this back part of the boat are like elevated, but you can then see down at people that are running around in the middle part of the boat. And then these pink areas, this is the rigging. You can use that to climb up to the crow's nest, and then to the top of the mast. And the top of the mast goes all the way up to the top of the scene. So this is really cool. Very, very nice. If we need rival airships, we can just drop them onto the map, and then we just deal with them in that way, basically. The easiest thing you could do is probably make like an actor, like we have an actor controlling this boat. We make the actor control the NPC airships. You just don't worry about making the NPC airships very complicated. I was going to build some extras, but I just couldn't do it. I'm going to do it, but not tonight. So what we need to worry about now that you have seen that we have an airship and we have a airship dock. So the next step is going to be checking our rules for this and then checking our notes, because no matter how well they do, and this is just Dungeon Master magic right here. No matter how bad they or good they do, they're gonna end up either crashing into this island that I want them to go to, or needing to go to the island. So there's going to be two scenarios to get there. So if you feel bad about railroading your players in such a manner, you could always have it that, like, if they get shipwrecked there, there's like bigger penalties, right? But if they get if they stop there because the NPCs screwed up, they're like, you did everything right, but I forgot my supplies, right? So you can then give them something extra, like a bonus or something. Like maybe the NPCs are like, wow, you did such an amazing job. My influence has gone up like really high with you because you did everything right, and then you're picking up my slack for me because I didn't get everything ready, right? So you can give them like some attaboys, some bonuses, some rewards for doing something well, and still railroad them with it. You see what I'm saying? You can still railroad them with it. You'd be like, wow, that's great. You did everything right, but you're going to have to stop at this island over here. And the most players are going to be like, I bet we would have had to go to that island if we crashed the ship. So what's the point? Well, the point is that because they didn't crash the ship, they just have to go get supplies. The NPCs are going to be more happy. Their influence is going to go up with the NPCs. And maybe they're going to get like some bonus loot or something, right? Like, so you want to make sure that there is a benefit there, so that they don't feel like no matter what I do, no matter how well I perform, this linear adventure is going to force me to do more linear adventure shit. And you never want the players to start to suspect your game has no actual choose your own adventure elements to it. Even if that's the case, Stolen Fate, even if that's the case, you want to make sure that they feel like they still had a choice and their actions did influence things in the adventure. Okay, so let's go to our notes. All right. I have my notes document and I have my airship document. I really want to dig into the airship stuff so that we could practice tonight and have an actual airship fight. But if the airship fight doesn't eat up our entire fucking session, I do need to have stuff for them to do. I need to have an island for them to get shipwrecked on. So what we need is basically like a beach, but like a floating island beach. So so that's a thing. I've never made a floating island beach before. I don't think that with an airship you would actually want to be at the very edge, right? You would actually land your airship like inland? Question mark? Ow. I've never done this before. When we did it in Skull and Shackles, we were at a point in the game where we were kind of like hand waving a lot of stuff. So I didn't really give it a lot of thought about what we would do with this. So I guess we'll figure that out. Okay, so I'm gonna delete the airship tab here. It was so big and complicated that I felt like I should make it available for other people to read and edit, and the players could have access to it and stuff. So I'm not gonna worry about that. Let's see. Level 1 tea house. It goes in here. Research revival. Baldur's manipulation likely plays a role in the Retrieve Notes task. Baldur subtly ensures that only he has a full picture of the note's significance and how this affects the encounter. Valen Duskwatcher. Alright, so we're done with all this. Okay. So then we've got Tea House. We're already done with all that. Alright, we don't need the PC stuff. Don't need the session summary stuff. Alright. Companions. Yeah, we're introducing some new companions tonight. That's cool. That'll take up some time too. Prep list. Here we go. Starting regions. All hexes around the starting hex. Advertise content. Command your own airship. We got it now, bro. Discover unique heritages and mechanics. We introduced them. Shape the world. This campaign combines an original story with light Kingmaker elements. Yeah, we got that. Challenging foes. No problem. Alright, so we're meeting all of our advertisement goals. That's good. Campaign narratives. Low level. Who is responsible for all the missing citizens and explorers? Travel to Port Eclipse to investigate. Alright, so we're still in that. We haven't even gotten to this other stuff yet. Cloud Sculptor Archetype, create an air elemental template in Foundry FVTT. This is the adjustments to make an air elemental. I don't want to do that right now. Sailing events. Need 100 different sailing events. Okay. Resources. Jotham City. Okay. This isn't the best prep list I've ever seen. Alright. MacGuffins. Mysterious Metal Spheres. Vendra's Leadership. Debt to the Cartel. Job Gone Wrong. Vanishing Crew. Okay. Maps that we need. This is just a mess. This is just an absolute mess. Why do I need a clock tower? I do have the PC airship. We certainly don't need the clock tower. I don't know what I had planned to do with the clock tower, but I have so many nice clock tower maps. It would have been nice to do something with them. Oh well. I think I ended up going with the observatory instead. Alright, we got elemental plane of air, 3 Cs. Alright, crafting. System. We got weather. Alright. Clear skies, light winds. Alright, cool. So the weather in the elemental plane of air is very random. And this is in the cloud seas. This is in the Sea of Stars, which we don't need for a good long while. And then down here. Alright. Here are several hazards that can happen. Alright, cool. So we'll do hazards. Alright. I guess I didn't do the Emerald Storm or whatever. That's okay. Maybe I did. Hold on. Weather pattern. Yeah, Emerald Store, aka the Depths. Alright, so we'll do that. So that means that, yeah, the ones up here. So I'm going to put hazards above. There we go. Sea of Stars, because Sea of Stars is so far off. Alright. And then we could just make this into a table in Foundry. I don't think I have the mod to import table easily though. Let's see. Create rollable table. Cloud, seas, weather. Can I just paste it in? Nah. I have to go get like easy table or simple table or some shit. Alright, that's fine. That's fine. We'll just go here when we need it. It's okay. Let's see. Weather. And we'll do cloud, seas. There we go. And we'll do cloud, seas, hazards, and then down here, Sea of Stars and Emerald Storm, which we don't need for a while, which is good. Alright. Okay, so we have weather. We have our airship rules that we need to go over. Alright, we got the cloud seas. Here we go. Cloud seas, hexes surrounding F15 Terranathus. Alright, so what do I mean by F15? Well, obviously I mean our Kingmaker inspired hex map. So we're going to go to map, cloud seas. Holy shit. Yep. So this is the party. Well, that's Terranathus. This is the party. And they're sailing around or whatever. Now, I don't think I set up Fog of War in the way that Kingmaker had it set up, so that's kind of a sad feels. But I do think if I made this active and I rejoined as a player, they wouldn't be able to see anything, I think. So I'm going to rejoin as Loritz. We're going to see what it's got. Yeah, like I said, this is I'm like 6 weeks behind on the prep for this campaign. I'm like, I don't know, 5 weeks ahead on Stolen Fate. And I guess, I don't know, infinity ahead on Kingmaker, because who knows what they're going to do in Kingmaker. It's kind of like just fucking by the seat of your pants. Alright, so this is cool. They see wide open air, at least. And they see their airship. And they can't even move. Probably, I don't know why they can't move. We could try, so it's good. So you see how that we saw all that shit? They don't see all that shit. They just see themselves. So that's really good. Showing it completely open like this, I don't really have a problem with there not being any fog of war. Because you could hypothesize that the elemental plane of air is just air. I don't know if in an hour... I don't know if in an hour I'm going to be able to figure out how to turn on hex-based... what's the word I'm looking for? The thing where you can't see. Fog of War. Yeah. But we could try. So let me log back in as GM. And we'll see what we can do. I am glad that we logged in as a player just to make sure that they can't see fucking anything. So that's good. I mean, every direction unknown to them. It's kind of the reverse of what they've got going in Kingmaker. You know, they got like a sepia tone laid over the top, but they have a general like map of the region, so they kind of like unsepia tone it as they go. I think that's kind of cool. Here, it's just so much unmeasurable distance, you know what I mean, that they can't really know for sure what anything's doing. I think we're just gonna leave it like this. I'm not gonna worry about Fog of War. I'll look in the under the hood real quick. I'll see if there's like a button I could turn on, and it's like, yeah, hex-based Fog of War. You did it. Let me see. Lighting, fog exploration, track the explored progress of tokens. Fog of War image. Oh, did I already set this up? Fog of War unexplored color, a solid color applied to all areas of the scene. Yeah, man, go for it. Is it? Oh, I think I know what's wrong. Okay, I don't think we've got vision turned on, do we? No, token vision. Restrict vision within the scene to the vision of controlled tokens. If disabled, the entire scene is. So why the fuck can he just see in every single direction? Is it because party icon can't have sight? Nah, party icon have sight. Let's see, vision. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Maybe I gotta go and let's see. Yeah, I don't know how to turn it on. They could just see in every direction. I don't know. What's the measurement tool say? Ugh, I can't even fucking measure. 5 feet. Oh, well that's gonna be a thing. All right. How do we? Yeah. I see. So they can see everywhere because there's nothing blocking them from seeing, and it's not dark. So that's why they can see. We would have to make the scene like really big, or we would have to limit like how far this token can see, which should be weird. So there's there's like a couple things we could do about it. I think it's too much work. So I'm just gonna leave it like this. All right. So we've got E14, 15, F14, F16, G14, G15. All right. So E14, the Fractured Bastion, ruined sky fortresses haunted by storm elementals and ancient secrets. All right, all that sounds fucking hype. So let's see. E14? All right. Yeah, E14. Okay. So I'm gonna go in here. Question mark. I'm gonna put. The Fractured Bastion, ruined sky fortress, haunted by storm elementals and ancient secrets. All right. And then the Fractured Bastion locale, a ruined sky fortress from Terranathus' earlier days, suspended on fragmented chunks of floating rock like linked by ancient bridges. That sounds fucking cool. Do we have a map for it? Absolutely not. It was once a watch post during the city's transposition to the plane of air, but was abandoned after a catastrophic battle with air elementals. In Counterhook, the fortress is now overrun by storm imps and a rogue air elemental Zephyrlash, who plots revenge against Terranathus for past transgressions. Okay. Hidden in the ruins are Old Bastion Council records concerning details on Nemesis and forgotten secrets about the city's founder. PCs might explore the ruins to find rare artifacts or clues about a PC's background. That sounds fucking awesome. Do I have any of that ready for VTT? No, I don't have any of it. So you can see how this could be. It's a little stressful. It's a little stressful. All right, I'm gonna grab this and put it out there. There we go. All right, and hopefully my players cannot access this document or read it. I think it is inheriting settings, but I don't believe they have access to any of this. I don't believe so. So we'll see. What would the Fractured Bastion, like what kind of shit would we have for them to do there? Good question. I think... Do we put an entire dungeon in there? That'd be kind of cool. It would be kind of cool. Do we have a dungeon though? That's the question. So the reason the reason why we're grounding them in a particular hex right away is because I don't have everything prepped. And I know it's pretty trashy, all right? If this was an in-person listen to me. If this was an in-person game, it wouldn't be a problem. It would not be a problem. All right. So let's see. E13 Driftwood Grove. That sounds pretty cool. All right. I would like to edit this. Please allow me to edit this. There we go. All right. So E15 Driftwood Grove. A small sky island covered in magically preserved floating trees. The grove is home to a reclusive treant, Bow Whisper, who tends to the drifting arboreal haven and fends off anyone who disturbs its balance. Okay, I'm into that. Encounter hooked. The treant believes that Terranath's airships are stripping nearby islands of life and has begun sending elemental minions to sabotage sky ships. Okay, I'm going to put sky ships, not sky docks. PCs can negotiate with Bow Whisper to broker peace, potentially getting access to rare driftwood materials prized for crafting and enchanting. Alternatively, a hidden pirate cache lies under the grove, and uncovering it might provoke Bow Whisper's wrath. Okay, I'm into all that shit. Alright, so we're going to grab that. We're going to put that here. Go. We're gonna go like this, and we're gonna go like that. We're gonna go like this. We're gonna go like that. All right. So that's cool. I wouldn't mind if they went there. That's not a bad one. All right. What else we got? F14, the Broken Anvil, a sacred site to earth elementals and smiths, with potential links to planar mining. Okay. All right. Let's see what we got. Here, 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 here. Okay, then we go down to F14, a broken anvil. Alright, go here, here, here. Okay. F14, the broken anvil. Locale, a floating island of solid stone with vast ancient anvil-like formations at its center. Local smiths believe it to be a holy site, tied to the plane of Earth. Rare metals occasionally appear, carried by planar currents, but strange sounds have been heard lately as if the anvil itself is alive. I mean, that's hype as hell. A group of miners and smiths from Terranathus is trapped here, ambushed by Earth elementals. Okay. I'm very into that. That sounds pretty cool. Why are there so many earth elementals in the elemental plane of air, though? Like, they got lost, I guess. I don't know. Let's see. A group of miners and smiths from Terranathus, blah, blah, blah. PCs can mediate the conflict or uncover a portal to the elemental plane of Earth, hinting at a larger mining plans of the Bastion Council. Love that. Alternatively, the anvil may awaken as a slumbering elemental colossus, posing a dangerous but awe-inspiring challenge. Also, really into that. That sounds pretty fucking cool. Alright, so sounds like this island got a lot of great stuff happening. Do we have anything prepped in VTT for it? Absolutely not. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. It's Theater of the Mind game, right? It's fine. The Tempest Maw, F16. Alright, so F16. Here we go. Head on down. F16, the Tempest Maw. Locale, a swirling vortex of clouds. and lightning in the middle of a sky reef. Locals believe the Tempest Maw to be a naturally occurring storm, but it is actually a Jotham trial ground where young shamans test their control over air and storm magic. That's fucking cool as hell. Alright. Let's see. PCs witness a young Jotham initiate being attacked by a large group of rogue storm elementals. Do they intervene or let the trial play out? The vortex is unstable, and something far older than the Jotham, perhaps a storm titan or bound air genie, is awakening within. A Freewind Company ship has crashed into the vortex. Its surviving crew carries valuable intelligence or contraband that could be pivotal to Terranathus politics. Oh, that's fun. Alright, so really all we need there is a derelict airship. Like that's pretty much all we need there. That's kind of a cool encounter. That'd be an easy one to do. That'd be an easy one to do. Alright, so then we've got G14, the Scattered Skyflume. Alright. So let's see. EFG. G what? 14? Alright. Alright, the Scattered Skyflume. Broken aqueduct filled with bandits and enchanted waters. Two things you wouldn't expect to find together, I guess. Okay. The locale is a massive broken aqueduct floating through the sky, held aloft by ancient magic. Its waters were enchanted to purify and nourish, but the flow has stopped. The ruins are now a refuge for sky eels, oh my, and bandits who ambush travelers. I'm into it. We could have the eels from Mario that Dom says are never allowed in any game that he plays in. So we'll have the... That is a trigger for Dom, is the eels from Mario. Don't ever have those in your game if you want Dom to play in it. But he's not in this game, so that's what we're going to do. The bandits are led by a disgraced Ilvarani mage, Velrosindar, who seeks revenge on the Arcane Academy. They offer a valuable magical map in exchange for safe passage or alliance. PCs could restart the aqueduct's flow by repairing its enchantments, restoring a vital water source for nearby settlements. The aqueduct's water is rumored to hold a hidden curse, causing mutations in those who consume it. I'm into all of this. This sounds really cool. Okay. So I even know exactly which map we would use for this. Let's see. Heroic maps. Hydroforge. Exactly which map to use for that. Alright. So we're going to grab this. Go here. Paste it in. Go like this. Go like that. Go like this. Go like this. Good. Only have to do that like 295 more times, guys. That's great. So then we've got G15. Okay. Alright, G15 is the Wind Spike Monastery. Alright. So we go here, 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 here. Alright, then we go down here. Okay. The Wind Spike Monastery, a tall, needle-like spire of stone with twisting staircases and wind-carved halls. Sounds fucking cool. This monastery is home to the Order of the Gale, ascetic monks who meditate to attune their bodies to the plane of air. Also cool. The monks request the PC's help in retrieving a sacred artifact stolen by sky pirates. In return, they offer training or rare wind-infused weapons. A heretical sect of monks has taken control of the monastery, experimenting with dangerous air magics to achieve immortality, and the PCs must restore balance. The spire holds a sealed chamber where ancient air magic rituals are performed. Unsealing it could unleash elemental chaos or provide a new boon for Terranathus. Alright, that was fucking cool too. Alright, so we're gonna grab that. Gonna go over here, paste it in, hit this, hit that, do this, and good. Alright, so of our 6 candidates of places we want them to get stuck. I feel like the easiest one is to have them go into the storm and then find the derelict ship in the storm. That feels like the easiest one to me. Just saying. And I think that is this one, the Tempest Maw. Yeah. So like, yeah, very tempted to just say that's where they're gonna go. Is right there. So let's see if we go and right-click on it. Right-click on it. Right-click. Okay, hold on. If we go over here and we right-click on it, you're killing me, Smalls. All right. How did I? Let's see if we. All right, hold on. Where do I go to change the tab? God, it's been a few months. All right, so double right-clicking ain't doing it. I know it's like plugged in. Let's see. It's not in here. Is it? No. Alright. Oh, maybe it's a journal thing. There we go. I think it's a journal thing. Yeah, no, we were on journal tab. Toggle notes display? Nope. Alright, so listen. When you drag a journal entry out, it asks you like questions about the journal. Like, what do you want this journal to say? That sort of thing. And I have no idea why it is not giving me the options. Like, obviously, we've done it on these other ones, right? Because we got this big titty Medusa over here. Alright, hold on. I double right click on her, no problem. So is it a transparency issue? It is. Wow, that's terrible. Hey, Dom. I find that hard to believe. It wanted me to click on the actual pixels, like, to open. Yeah, okay. Grumble. Alright, let's go in here. We'll go to modules. We'll go to JB2A. JB2A Patreon. We'll go to library. We'll go down to generic question mark. Where they stick the whirlwinds at? Oh, it's like a spell, right? God damn it. Alright, let's see, whirlwind. Alright. And we'll go with this one. This one seems good. And update that map node. Alright, cool. So we're not allowed to have animations for these, so that's fine. But we got that. Let me see. If I right click at the very corner. Yep. I had to move it in. Okay. We should make this one a little bit bigger. Just because, like, it's a little hard to see. Icon size 240? Yeah. Really didn't even notice the change. Okay. So if I had to pick where they went, these are all pretty good spots to go. I really like the Windspike Monastery. I think that's pretty sick. Like, but they just got done fighting ninjas, and I don't really want them to fight monks right after fighting ninjas. So we're not going to force that one on them. The Shattered Sky Flume. There we go. Is a massive broken aqueduct. I already know what map I want for that. So that seems pretty good. That seems like a pretty good place to stop. So I think that is where we're going to stop. So let me go and grab that map. We're going to go over to Drive Through RPG. And we have 30 minutes till our soft start, but nobody's been showing up for the soft start. So I think we'll just go till 8. We'll just go to 8. Alright. Heroic Maps Hydro. Let's see what we get. Alright. We have the Hydrothermal Power Station, which is fucking awesome. But I was thinking of this one, the Dwarven Hydroforge. So let me log in off the screen. There we go. Okay, and it says I already owned this one. That's great. It'd be really cool if I already owned the VTT version of it, but I don't think that's happening. Alright, extract. I am kind of excited for airship stuff. I haven't really gone over the airship rules that much, so could be better. Could be better. Yeah. Maybe I should do that instead of prepping a dungeon that we definitely won't have time to do, but we'll see. So anyways, this is the Hydroforge kind of thing. It's got snow on it. I don't think that's really that big of a deal. You can suspension of disbelief that pretty easily. It's not a very complicated map either to like to wall and light, so I'm not super worried about it. And if you notice in the bottom right, there is a mine entrance, so like you can really get going with it, you know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, that's not snow, it's clouds. Thank you, Dom. Thank you. So yeah, I think it's really cool. The problem is also that it's described as not having water anymore. So this sort of shows that it does have water. But I do have a map that is already loaded in that has like a dry basin kind of thing. So that could kind of work. I don't know. This is probably our best bet, though, if I had to guess. I think it's like our best bet. But let's see. Heroic maps, basin? No. Heroic maps. River bed? Nothing. Huh. The problem with them having like 1,000 maps is it makes it really hard to search all the maps. Okay. Okay. The Broken Covenant of Calibus. That sounds fucking cool. 10 level RPG. 10 levels. Oh, baby. Okay. Okay. Do you have a... There's no way, right? Do you have a VTT version of this map? 'Cause that would be incredible. Just like load that bad boy up and call it a day. Ooh, landscape astral. Yeah, that's gonna be pretty handy. All right, let's see. Temple of Eros. Great Palace. Ration Builder. Castle. Marsh. Empty Town Square. I do like these big empty ones. They work really good with like the Bailiwiki stuff. Heroic maps, giant, ruins. Okay. Journey through the Dwarven Mines. I'm into that. And I own it. That's cool. We could just hit up all of the VTT maps. Let's see. Oh my god. Is this the actual Cave of Wonders? What is going on here? Holy shit, it really is. Nice. And it's already lit for VTT? Oh, buddy. Alright. I don't know if we need that tonight, but like, we're definitely going to use that at some point in the campaign. Wow. Okay, that's cool. Alright, let's see. Travel, journey through the Dwarven Hold. Oh, hell yeah. Wow, that's awesome. I already have this map? That's fantastic. Alright, cool. What do we got here? Just a rock floating in space. It's a hard sell, honestly. I can kind of make a rock float in space by myself. Let's see. I do like this a lot. I feel like this would be a good one. Crypt of the Cursed King is another really good one. Let's see. Crypt of the Cursed King. It's just right underneath the town. It's just right down there. Oh my goodness. Okay. Monster insides? Modular? Oh my god. It's really some happy news. Add to wish list. Do it. Wow. It's so beautiful. Look at those intestines. Look at them. Can you use that in Stolen Fates too? Yeah, absolutely. But I mean, also we could probably make it like 5 minutes if we needed to. I go to this guy for the things I am not able to make myself. Harshmore Depths. Hey, look at this. There's a bunch of stuff here. All right. All right. Give me this. And give me this. Okay. What do we have for time? Ah, we got so much time. So much time. All right. These old mines, they feel a little kingmaker to me. So maybe we come back to these. Let's see what we got here. Arinea Sky Ruins. Okay. These could definitely work. They're like very small. Like smaller, I think, than anything has a right to be. Like too small for what we need. So we could wait on these. And same deal here. This could be the one with the anvil, though. That'd be kind of cool. So we have this for like the anvil. Yeah. Put an anvil on top of this map. That'd be pretty sick. Alright, so we're gonna go download. Open. Yeah, that's pretty cool. All right, some big Tears of the Kingdom vibes here. This came out before Tears of the Kingdom. This is just really clever on his part. I like how you can see the islands down below. It do kind of imply that like there's just a shitload of like these little islands floating everywhere that you could be exploring. This just happens to be like the most important one. A minimal amount of walls needed for this. 0 lights because it's in a well-lit area. So that's pretty good. All right, we're going to go ahead and do this. And we're going to call it HM Sky Ruins Anvil. Even though the anvil isn't there yet. All right, so this isn't really an encounter they're going to have tonight, though. But we just have the map. We just have the map. I want this for the Hydroforge, but I want it to be not having water until they fix the problem. Or they have water, but the water is like cursed. That could work too. It doesn't have to be dried up. And then they kind of have to go and, you know, figure out why it's cursed. Or they... I got it. I got it. They come here to salvage old parts from the old Hydroforge. Oh my god, the fucking brain is so big. Oh, it's so fucking huge. Alright, so that's what we're gonna do. Alright, we're gonna do this. Heroic map. Hydroforge. Ooh, it's frozen in stasis? Oh, dang, Dom. You see my brain got big and you're like, watch the hold my beer. And then, okay, that's fine. That's good too. All right, so let's see. Yeah, I like that. I like that. So F14 we do have a map for, and that's cool. So let's see. Where is the Hydroforge at? G14. So G14 is down here, and that does take them in the direction of Port Eclipse, which is the direction I want them to go in. So that actually works out pretty well. Now, I don't have like a floating ruin icon to put here, so that is a little bit of a bummer. I don't even have like a floating chunk of island to put here when they discover it. So that kind of sucks. Let's see. Could Robot fix it though? Probably. Robot could solve a lot of problems. It do make a lot of ugly shit though. Let's see. Alright. Gonna go here, here. Okay. Gonna go here. Alright. Can you draw a fantasy RPG map icon that represents a floating island with waterfalls running off the sides? Now the stasis water is cool, but having it be cursed would explain why the city hasn't bothered with it. Like, okay. Can you make it less detailed and with a solid colored background? It's gonna be like less detailed. I thought you'd never ask. Okay. Okay, that's a little too simple. You know what? You know what? I'll take it. That's what I asked for. All right, let's see. To me, it's perfect. It does exactly what I asked it to do. All right, go in here. Okay, icon, water source. There we go. Alrighty. Yeah, that's cool. If it's like the reason that nobody has gone there and used it is like it's cursed and we don't know why. Yeah. I like that. I kind of want to co-opt it real hard and make it something entirely different. Alright, let's see. Where are we storing these map icons at? Maps. City. Nope. Do I have them? Oh, icons? Listen, you little shit. Where are you putting these? World maps. Yeah. Oh, map icons. There we go. Alright. There we go. Nice. Okay. So we gotta upload this map. We're gonna make a new scene. And we're gonna call it Old Hydroforge. And I'm not gonna worry about levels on this one. Let's see. Go back. Go back. We're gonna do Cloud Seas. I don't think I have a map folder called Cloud Seas. No. I do just have one called Ruins. I could just put it in Ruins. I have a lot of Ruins though, because that's kind of the vibe here. That's okay. So where did this get saved out at? Probably inside the Hydro Plant folder. Yep. Okay. Grab that, and we'll go here and here. We're going to turn off Fog of War because I hate it. And we're going to save. Alright. It just feels too video gamey to me to have Fog of War. Like, if I don't know where I am, I don't know where I am. You know? Like, if I want to... I don't know. That's how I feel about it. Alright. Hydroforge. What is the map measurement of the Hydroforge? Shit. Let's see. Book maps. Hydroforge. I mean, I guess I could just keep hitting back until I get to the Hydroforge again. There we go. Alright, what do you 20 by 30? That's pretty small. That's okay. It's a Pathfinder adventure. So we'll go Hydroforge config. Grid. We'll do 20, save. Good stuff. Got walls. Alright. Okay. I do feel like I've maybe prepped this map before and didn't get a chance to use it. I can't remember what game it was for though. I think it might have been Red Hand. Like, we might actually have had this in Red Hand and just never got a chance to use it. Let's see. It's so organic. There's so many little bits and bobs I have to draw around. Also, I probably should make it like full screen while I'm doing this. There we go. Okay. So, assuming we don't do the soft start and we have the game at 8, which is what's going to happen. We have 40 minutes, a little bit, to finish up. That's not too bad. Alright. You know what would be cooler than just fucking, I don't know, more pirates, like pirates hiding here? If there was like dwarven ghosts, you know what I mean? And the ghosts were like, we want our shit to work again, and we're mad about it. You gotta go down into the mines, and you gotta stop what's going on. And they're gonna be like, I thought we were pirates. This just seems like a D&D adventure. I'd be like, yeah. Exactly. I said we weren't doing levels, but damn, this map would be a really good levels map. I say that about every map, though. Alright, let's go. I probably said that the last time I prepped it, that I can barely remember. I was probably like, oh man, this was such a cool map to do levels on. Any map that has a bridge, that immediately I'm just like, yeah, levels. Alright. Here we go. Down and around and up and over and through, and there we go. Alright, good shit. Yeah, this is definitely the place that they need to get, that they have to stop for supplies. / they get knocked out of the sky. I don't want them to get knocked out of the sky. I want them to be able to defend themselves. So as soon as we have walls here, that's going to be enough for me. I can like drop monsters in right out of the creature, you know, the compendium, during play. Just having like a place to drop them is like was my main concern. And then we could just do a skill challenge that gets them to the ruins. So like we don't need to worry about like random encounter on the island or anything like that. Let's see. There we go. Something's happening here. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Shrug. Okay. That's it. That's like all the walls. So do doors. And they won't be locked, but they will be... we'll treat them as locked because they're just going to be rusted shut. And then we'll just load this shit up with ghosts and stuff. Dwarf ghosts. And they're mad. Like, they're mad about it. Mad about being ghosts. Mad about their Hydroforge getting corrupted. All that stuff. So, one of the things about the elemental planes is that there is a lot of overlap. So, what we could do is say that after... Oh, I love where this is going. So, after the transposition, they were like, we don't got any water. We should open a portal to the elemental plane of water. But then they open it to the elemental plane of, like, slime. And so, like, the water coming through is so polluted that it's still fucked up even after it goes through, like, all the magical filters and filtration system. And so, like, they get there to investigate what happened at the reservoir. Oh, yeah, I like this. They're going to fight a ghost? Yeah, man, they're going to fight ghosts. Why not? They're going to be level 3. That's another thing. They are leveling up tonight, too. So, like, I could take a page out of some other DMs I know book and be like, wow, you guys leveled up. And then they spend an hour of the 3-hour session leveling up. And then you're like, oh, well, that was fun. See you next week. And if, I mean, level ups aren't coming hard and fast in my games. So, like, I feel like they're going to be like, that's fine. I'm okay with that. Just leveling up, not getting killed, not getting critically hit in the dick. I just get to level up. Okay, well, that's a fun session. Alright, so we got this backup map now, which is cool. Could we do lighting stuff for it? Sure. We don't have time. Let's go ahead and take a look at our airship rules. Here we go, airship rules. Alright, move it like that. And then we'll go back and we'll look at our airship while we're doing it. Do we want to look at the Cash airship or the Stormy airship? We'll look at the Cash airship. Alright. It's beautiful. It's so beautiful. Actually, I'm just going to look at it without the stuff because it's even more beautiful. Are they? Oh, every game, huh? Let's see. Okay, so we have this sorted. Let's look at airship rules. All right. So here's the general design of the airships. It uses the vehicle rules from the GM core. It uses the starships revised from the revised Starfinder playtest material. It uses the smoke and sail homebrew supplement. It uses guns and gears vehicle rules, and it uses my captaincy system that I came up with. So I divided the big ass document, because it's like 30 pages. I divided it up into sections. My 7 cool things probably should just be the 6 sections. So it's a little confusing to have the 7 cool things and then you have 6 chapters and they're not the 7 things that you discussed. That I don't know. These are the things I was excited about. Anyways, okay. So one thing that I have to do is I have to adjust the DCs. Like, I have like placeholder DCs, and they're not going to be. It's not going to be good enough. Let's see. People commented. Dom commented. Starfinder 2E has a new skill called piloting. if you turn on the PF2 playtest mode, it just adds it to the sheet. It is deck space. I went with just piloting lore. So I just made it a lore skill. Because, like, why not? You know what I mean? Like, that's how you can add any skill to the game, really. But yeah, I know you can, but then you end up with computers and stuff. And I don't know if I want computers on there. There would also be some feats for it in the playtest. Oh, would you want to make piloting and piloting lore be interchangeable, or only int characters going to be good at piloting? I see what you mean. I see what you mean, because it's a lore skill, so there'll only be int. That is tricky, because a good pilot of certain vehicles is dexterity based for sure, but I think a good pilot of a ship is really like of like a boat. I don't think you have to be dexterous to be good at piloting a boat. I think you have to know how the boat works. You know what I mean? Like, I think to pilot like a star, like a fucking X-wing, you probably need good dexterity. You know? But like, that's a good question though. If you need to give the ship a hardness, give it the construct trait. This will unlock the hardness section of the HP. It will automatically give it all the immunities like bleed missile. Oh, okay, all right, let's go. So we're gonna go to Airship, PC Sloop. All right, and let's see. This does not look like a vehicle, but I think it is still a vehicle. Yeah, it says vehicle on it. Alright. So then here's a level 10 sloop that's actually pretty heavily pimped out. If you look, you will see that the sloop here is not the same as the sloop here. And that's interesting. I wonder which one I should use. That's the vehicle sheet you were using, the NPC sheet in the dock. Yeah. So, like, I found this sloop, and it has all the things. You know what I'm saying? It's got, like, a black powder cannon artillery. Like, these vehicles don't... I don't know. We can make it work. Alright. We'll make it work with this. I want it to be a vehicle sheet because it is technically a vehicle. We have 30 minutes to the game. That's balls. All right. Let's see. Hey. Well. Let's see. I now have two dogs in here that are camping out my dinner. All right. So Dom, you're saying you can add traits to the airship? Let me see. That's a vehicle sheet. Oh, you put it over here. If you need to give the ship a hardness, give it the construct trait. Where do I add the traits? Condition, effects. Yeah, they got the passenger section right here. Ah, traits. There we go. Clockwork, artifact, magical, and teleportation. So maybe clockwork? Question mark? No. That comment is for using NPC sheet. Oh, yeah. Damn. Well, it's got a hardness here, so yeah, we're good. We don't need to worry about it. Alright. Alright. So, we've got that. Let's go over to the stats. So, airship sizes and base frame. So this is a corvette because it is 100 feet long and it requires a crew of 8 to 12 people. So where would I put this information? Let's see. Instead of a sloop, I guess we would call it a corvette. Alright. And then we go in here. And okay. So let's see. It has 60 hull points, no, 100 hull points and 10 hardness. That's pretty fucking good. Alright. No, that's 100 AC, dude. Alright, hold on. Max HP. That's a great AC, though. That's a really great AC. Current hit points. Go. 0 armor class. Okay. And its speed is 5 hexes. Flop. Passengers. It doesn't list the passengers here. How many passengers do you have? Sloop. Ship crew. Required crew 30. Oh my god. It doesn't tell me how many passengers you can have here either. It does tell you about the specialized crew. That's pretty sick. Okay. Alright, let's see. Types of airship frame. Alright, Cloud Runner, Corvette, medium. Guess what we're dealing with. Alright, frame limitations, balance factors, blah 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 blah. Aw, thanks so much. Okay. Alright. So, we also need to figure out the type of airship it is, which I think is this is the airship combat. Airship upgrades. Alright. Upgrade slots. 4 and 3 expansion bays. Okay. So where do I just put passives? We got actions, reactions, free actions. We got this stuff. We got description. I guess I can put in description. Alright. So we'll do medium ship size. And it gets upgrade slots 4, expansion bays 3. Alright. So it doesn't have anything yet. Structural enhancements, weapons and combat. It doesn't even have weapons and combat systems? Jesus. Boarding and close range upgrades. Boarding hooks, electrified hull, weapon type, elemental infusions, defensive enhancements, upgrading, and okay. Nice. Let's see. Alright. Okay. Alright, maintaining airship, damage, skipping maintenance, maintenance requirements, cost, emergency repairs, critical damage, dockyard repairs, defensive durability upgrades. Okay. All right. What am I missing here? I think I didn't copy something over. Hold on. Let's see. Okay. Here we go. So, airship. Boundless skies, vehicle stat block example. We'll get rid of this, and we'll put this one in instead. Airship propulsion system. Here we go. Alright, so this is the mechanics of that. Alright, airship propulsion system overview. So this is going to be a floatstone core on their ship. Alright. And then the benefits of floatstone is it's fast. So that means that their base speed would actually be 6. Okay. Excellent maneuverability, so it's easier to pilot. Alright, so we want to put that in the description. Alright. No. Ugh. Alright. Okay, very expensive. Oh, yeah, that's true. All right. So the ship is really awesome, but also very expensive and very hard to maintain and repair. Nice. All right. So let's see. Floatstone core. There we go. I don't know why I copied it out of the fucking chart. There we go. I should probably just make a trait that you could pull onto these guys. Like a custom trait. We should figure out how to make a custom trait here. I don't think there's an option called custom trait. But damn, we should probably figure it out for vehicles. So let's see. Over here. We'll do like this. There we go. Alright. Okay. So it's floatstone, blah blah blah, faster than normal. That's great. Alright, summary, optional, 3-dimensional movement and altitude. Unlike ground-based vehicles, blah 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 blah. Yeah. So I have stuff for that too. Hold on. Alright. Altitude bands of movement in the skies. Here we go. Okay. So 3-dimensional movement, unlike ground-based vehicles, airships navigate a world of open sky, altitude bands, vertical maneuvers. So here's more information on that. Alright. So let's see. Alright, altitude bands of movement in the skies. -2 to +2. Assume you're staying at 0 for standard altitude. The default airspace for travel and combat. Balanced conditions for maneuvering. So if you go higher, preferred level for fast travel, strong air currents make maneuvering trickier. And then extremely high, near the outer reaches of the plane. Very few natural floating islands exist there. Ships suffer movement penalties due to thin air. And then close to floating islands, cliff cities, cloud reefs, obstacle, navigation becomes a challenge. And then surface skimming, almost touching a floating landmass, city, or major structure used for docking, landing, or skimming over large obstacles. And then what you have to do to kind of maneuver while you're doing stuff. Changing altitude requires vertical movements, costing additional movement unless the ship has exceptional lift control. And then drifts and air currents and their effect on things. See, I like the piloting check, but I feel like it's got to scale with the DC of the hex. So, we're gonna do DC of hex, and then we'll do +2 and +4. There we go. Alright, Lightning Storm, Reflex, DC 20, ship takes damage on failure. Oh, okay. So we'll do DC of Hex +2, ship takes 4d6. Now, ship takes 1d10, 1d12. There we go. Electric per level of hex on failure. Ignores hardness. There we go. Alright, pilots must adjust for ongoing conditions, blah blah blah. Airship crew roles. Airship is only as good as its crew. Blah 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 blah. Yeah. Alright. So, building an airship, we just did. Okay. So, I feel like building an airship is where we should be putting all the information about the engines and shit. Yeah. So let me move that to a different section. 19 minutes. Hate that. Alright. So we'll take that, and we'll put that over here in the build section. Good stuff. Alright. So now we've got the crew. Let's see. Airship is more than a vessel, living machine, driven by the skill, coordination, blah blah blah. Alright. The cutter I sent you in Discord, they put special feature as passive in the action section. So there is a way to do passive actions. Okay. Let's see. Action. Passive. Son of a bitch! Alright. Awesome. Awesome. Then we'll definitely do that, but probably not tonight. Alright, cool. Thank you, Dom. Yeah. I thought it was weird that you didn't like have passive. I didn't even think that you had to toggle on passive because I'm just kind of overwhelmed by trying to get way too much prep done in a very short amount of time. So we got these roles for the ship. Now what we could probably do is we could keep everything in a skill challenge format, and then just say that the ship like escapes, and then, you know, if they do badly, the ship crashes, blah blah. Or we could try in 15 minutes to try to ham fist this system in just by rolling dice and having the rules open in another window. But I did not build out in the game all this stuff yet, so I don't know how it's gonna go over. But basically the roles on the ship, and there's 7 roles and there's 6 of them, and there's already a captain on the ship, so like I guess they don't really need that. But the captain, they do diplomacy, intimidation, deception, their core actions, and then we kind of just roll through what everybody can do. And this is lifted pretty much 100%, I think, from Starfinder's stuff. There's a little bit of overlap with Smoke and Sails. Alright, airship leadership bonus. A well-led crew functions like a finely tuned machine. If an airship has all officer positions filled, this feels like a buff we're going to have to make. They get a +2 to their AC, +1 speed, +1 attack bonus. Wow. 10% repair efficiency. Hot dog. Yeah, that's definitely going to have to be a status. Alright. Status effect in Foundry FVTT for ship needs to be made. Alright. So, the problem with their ship is it has no weapons. So they can only flee. So, this is actually a good opportunity to be like, it's a tutorial. You know what I mean? So, like... Alright, the sky's a multiplanar fraught with danger. Airship combat follows a modified tactical combat system adapted from Pathfinder 2E's vehicle rules that incorporates hex-based movement, altitude bands, and specialized ship-to-ship tactics. Okay, so combat overview. Initiative phase, determine which ships act first. Maneuver phase, ships reposition, gain altitude, or execute stunts. The attack phase, gunners fire weapons and crews execute offensive actions. Damage control phase, crews attempt repairs, mitigate fire, and recover from damage. End phase, stats effects, ongoing hazards, tactical resolutions are handled. The standard combat round is a minute, sure. Grid system use hexes for movement. Each hex is 100 feet. Altitude levels, ships move within low, mid, high, stratospheric altitude bands. Let's see. Phase 1, initiative engagement. At the start of combat, each ship rolls initiative using the navigator's piloting lore, survival, or warfare lore check. Okay. So I think that... Oh yeah, I have to fix the AC of the ship. The ship is going to be level 4. Seems good. So we'll make its level... Is AC 20? There we go. Its fortitude will be... Let's see. This doesn't even have fortitude saves. Oh, I don't know what fortitude save a ship's supposed to have. Hold on. Let's see. What's your fortitude save? Plus 20 on an 11. Level 11. So this will be... plus 4? Yeah. Alright. Cool. Alright. Let's see. Okay, extremely high. The cutter I sent was level 6, and it had 100 HP, AC 19, hardness 10, and fort 14. Fort 14? Oh, it's like, is it its passive fortitude? I don't know why this, like, yeah. It's kind of weird. 14, plus 14 feels pretty high for like a low level, for a level 6 thing. That just feels pretty high. Wow. Okay. Let's see, collision DC 22. We could just copy it completely, bro, and just make it a level 6 airship already. Yeah. Let's do that. That seems good. Alright. Weakness to fire. Uh-oh. Alright. Weakness to fire 10. Alright. Collision damage 4d10. Collision DC 22. Passengers. I think we're gonna have a lot more passengers than 6, though. Because, like, a sloop requires a crew of 30, it says. I'm gonna put it at, like, 20. Oh, and then it does list what crew you need. Oh, that's neat. Okay. Piloting check. Nature or sailing lore? Okay. Let's see. Piloting lore, sailing lore. Alright. Nature. Meh. Get out of here. Okay. Up to 2 levels, blah blah blah. Surface skimming. Okay, so back over to combat. Patch the hull. Okay. So if the only thing they can do is run, because they don't have any fucking guns and stuff, it's really just going to be about evading the other ship and coming up with ways to stop the other ships from reaching them. Okay. That shouldn't be too bad. Alright. So, what we can do for now. Alright. Where are we at? 9 minutes? Jesus. Alright. We got a hex template right here. We got skies down here. Alright, and these are all just fucking busted down here. Alright, this one's actually pretty good. Sky is basic. Okay, so we're gonna duplicate this. That's a lot of skies basic. Okay. Alright. So nice. Let's see. This could represent their ship, like, out and about in the world. Okay. So, let's see. We're gonna delete these now. Alright, we're gonna call this Skies Hex Battle. Alright, under grid we're gonna change this to hexes. I couldn't give a shit which way it is. Rows or columns. And then we'll do grid size 100 pixels. Basics. Alright, save. Cool. And then let's see. Config. Where do I tell it that with the units or feats? Ah, here we go. Alright, so each tax is 100. Nice. Alright, so then you would put the ship, their ship I guess, anywhere on here. But it would poop out like the whole thing. I'm very curious what's gonna happen when I do this. Oh no. Oh no, that's terrible. Okay. That's not good. Yeah, we're gonna have to unlink this thing from the fucking ship, dude. Or we're just gonna have to like make a copy that is not that thing. Yeah, that's okay. Alright. Bestiary browser. Mm-hmm. 6 minutes. Feeling great about it. Alright, okay. Where do you find the vehicles, dude? You said you found them in, found this in the vehicle compendium. You have to install the vehicle compendium separately? Is that where you found it? I'm starting to think it is a separate compendium. Like, is it a mod? Vehicle. Alright. PC. Corvette. Unlinked. Alright. Go to compendium tab and search vehicle. Alright. Vehicle. Ah. Okay. They say they have an airship. Galley. Oh, you didn't use a Corvette, you used a cutter. Okay. Yeah. And then sloop isn't in there. I bet that sloop is from the sails and smoke module. That's what I'm thinking. All right. Yeah. All right. PC Corvette. Test. Okay. I just want to get something out onto the map and see if it will work. I'm just gonna like do a skill challenge. I'm not ready to launch this these fucking rules. So oh well. Let's see. PC Corvette test. Drag it out. It's too big. Why are you so fucking big? Huge. No. Medium? No. Okay. Why would they... Oh, I see. Yeah, we don't need it to do that though. Alright. There we go. I don't know why it is disappearing when we're mousing over it. That's weird. That's super weird. It just vanishes, just disappears. Okay. Yeah, so that's how we would do it. Alright, I gotta go run the game. Fuck. It is what it is, I guess. We'll see how it turns out. Hope everybody has a great night. You could go to Lex's channel. I'll throw up the raid thing, I guess. Hey. I like running games when I don't have my prep done. It makes me feel really good. Makes me miss running games in person. You just drop the fucking pirate ship down on the table, everybody cheers. I don't need anything else. Alright, I'm out.